the front row. Ricky Weiss looking to win it tonight in his backyard, and Darrell Lanigan looking to try to repeat as champion. A lot of stories are going to unfold here in 50 quick circuits. But right now, boys and girls, it's time to get down and dirty with the Outlaws. Here they come in turn number 4. This 50-lap affair is about to go green. Here we go. It's going to be Josh Richards with the early lead. Eric Wells sideways in front of everybody. They check up. They scramble all over the racetrack, and Mike Balkin's going to pay the price. And we're going to get caution on the Speedway. Mike Balkin is going to be the loser in that exchange. Oh, Eric Wells got sideways. They all got on the binders, and unfortunately for Mike Balkin, under World of Outlaws Late Model Series rules on the initial start, if there's more than one car involved in a caution, they get their spot back. If it's just one car, that driver goes tail. So Mike Balkin is going to the tail, and Darrell Lanigan, the defending champion, went pit side. Lanigan went pit side. Your defending series champion and most recent winner of the Gopher State 50 at Deer Creek Speedway in Spring Valley, Minnesota, has went pit. So now Tim McCready and Mike Balkin are both going to go to the World of Outlaws body shop and get checked out. Darrell Lanigan report from over the World of Outlaws radio system, a flat tire. Right rear flat tire on the 29. You can see the damage on Balkin's nose piece on the right front, so got a feeling that may be where all that happened. Right, it is left rear flat, we understand. Well, unfortunately, Eric Wells, the pole sitter, went in pretty hot, Pat, over into turn number 1 and 2. What a great job of driving, though, by these guys to not hit anybody for, you know, the most part.
I'm going to tell you, I thought that was a 10-car disaster right then and there.
Well, we were looking, it could have been the big one. It could have been.
But that's a testament to how good these guys are. They checked up, they read it right away, and I mean, it's tough for the guys involved, but it certainly could have been much worse.
Well, it's going to be two different races now. You're going to have the race up front, obviously, for the lead, but the 29 is going to be coming.
You know he will.
Oh, yeah. He's starting at the back with Mike Balkin. Balkin brought out the caution. Lanigan's going to be back there with him. Oh, my goodness. You want to talk about a hot knife through butter. It's going to be Lanigan.
It's going to be tough to know where to watch because the race up front is going to be a dandy, but watching Lanigan come from the back is one of those things where you got to have one eye on Lanigan, no doubt.
There's going to be action all over the racetrack. We know that. There was going to be before all this happened. Now there's really going to be a ton.
It certainly will be. It's going to be, you know what I love about a race like this, and I hate about a race like this all at once? It's like trying to watch a hurricane. You never know where to look.
You almost need like split screen TV, picture in picture.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to let you call the opener of this one. Get us the green flag. Get us started the right way.
Well, we get ready to go. Eric Wells and Kid Rocket up front. And we're going to bring him to the green one more time for your Prairie Dodge dealers. We're going green right now.
Let's see what happens. Tim McCready took a look to the inside of Jimmy Mars on the get-go and thought better of it. That time, Wells got through 1 and 2, and everybody picks up the pace. Josh Richards already trying to leave him. 3 wide in turn number 3 for the number 5 spot, and Tim McCready takes 2 for 1. Darrell Lanigan's already picked up 4 cars in 1 lap, and he continues to come. Lanigan on a mission. You knew this was going to happen. Brady Smith all over Eric Wells for second. Tim McCready takes the number 4 spot. 2 cars leaving already. Looks like the 10X of Ward Emery and the 71 of Stephens there. Balkin going off the racetrack. Emery to the infield. They are 3 wide for the number 2 spot. Brady Smith with a run. 3 wide down the backstretch. McCready, Wells, and Brady Smith. What action all over the track, and Lanigan is coming, boy. Gets by John Mason now, works on Shane Edgington. They'll bump and bang in turn 4. Well, Shane just got a wake-up call, and it was Darrell Lanigan. Now Wells finds himself in the number 3 spot as Tim McCready has taken second. So T-Mac has cleared the group. He would love to see a caution about right now to get on the rear bumper of Josh Richards. Good, strong run for McCready. Wells 3rd, Brady 4th, Chubb 5th. Now 6th place, Ricky Weiss has got company, and it's Shane Clanton. Clanton making a bid for 6th. Fuller and Mars battling it out for 8th. Josh Richards is already closing in on slower traffic. Daryl Lanigan is doing everything he can to get around everybody. He's a half a lap behind Richards, though. Lanigan's got a ton of work to do as we stay green. So Richards is going to be hampered a little bit by the traffic. That may be a shot for McCready or Brady Smith, but they really got to go. Richards setting a torrid pace here. Won all 3 nights of the Firecracker 100 weekend, swept the weekend, then struggled a little, got in the big one at Amsoil Speedway. 15 laps off the pace, finished 15th. And Daryl Lanigan continues to sweep by drivers. Next on the hit list is Jimmy Mars and Rick Eckert. Problem with all of this, Richards is going to be able to see Lanigan before long and possibly be in position to lap him. Josh Richards is really rolling. Daryl Lanigan just outside the top 10, and Josh Richards is putting cars in his back pocket. Tim McCready just crossing the line for 2nd. Brady Smith is 3rd. Chubb sitting in the number 4 spot. Chubb's having a good run. 5th is Eric Wells. 6th is Clanton. 7th is Ricky Weiss. 8th is Fuller. 9th is Eckert. 10th is Lanigan. 11th to Mars. 12th to Cat. 13th to Bagley. 14th to McCool. 15th is Dorr. 16th is Seng. Here comes Lanigan. And he continues to roll towards Rick Eckert. Speaking of rolling, it's Josh Richards coming up now on the 72 of John Mason. Tim McCready's having a very good run and trying to keep the one in his sights. Doing a pretty good job of it. Brady Smith a solid 3rd. Chubb's having a great run right now in 4th. Shane Clanton in the top 5. Pole sitter Eric Wells 6th. 3rd place starter Ricky Weiss is 7th. Clear green racetrack with 12 in the books and 38 to go. Josh Richards coming out of turn number 4 down the straightaway. Still over a half-track lead over 10th place Daryl Lanigan. Lanigan all over the 24 of Eckert. Tim McCready will get another chance to gain some real estate as Richards encounters slower traffic. Shane Edgington and Brad Seng are side-by-side in front of your leader. McCready will work John Mason. They stay 2 by 2. Chubb Frank has company now for 4th. It's going to be Shane Clanton in the 25. Ricky Weiss coming back to life. He'll work the outside of Fuller. Daryl Lanigan still on the outside working Rick Eckert. Richards has not been able to get by the 2 back markers, and McCready is closing in. So Edgington stays low and Sang stays high, and Josh Richards on the horn, but it's not working. Tim McCready making up some more ground. And this time, Richards going to thread the needle between Sang and Edgington. He's had enough. He'll go by. So what happens now? He's got Pat Dorr and Bubba Cool in front of him. The last 2 rookies of the year now are in front of your leader. And they're going to run side by side. So McCready continues to claw and scratch. Try to get closer. 17 and 33 to go. Brady Smith will work his number 2 counterpart, Bill Mooney. He'll go by him. Chubb still sitting in the number 4 spot. Clanton 5th. 6th as well. 7th Weiss. 8th is Fuller. 9th is Lanigan. Eckert now 10th. Cat Daddy 11th. 12th is Mars. 13th is Bagley. 14th is Doran. 15th, and last car on the lead lap is Bub McCool. And that's about to change. Lanigan working Fuller. Bub McCool about to go a lap down in 15th. Lanigan all over Fuller. Your leader, Josh Richards, got cut off by 15th place Bub McCool. McCready is less than a straightaway behind. Richards having to dice through the traffic with 30 to go. And Steve Anderson calls it quits. The 9 machine to the infield. Here comes Richards. He gets around McCool. Now he works on Dorr. And then there were 13 cars left on the lead lap. Next in line is Morgan Bagley. Lanigan in a race of his own. He's all over Bo Fuller and Ricky Weiss. Darrell Lanigan's going to try and get 2 for the price of 1 over here in turns 1 and 2 if Scott Greer will let him. Lanigan will look to the outside of Fuller. Fuller to the inside of Weiss. Richards to the inside of Bagley, trying to put 12 cars on the lead lap. Oh, a little elbow over in turn 4 by Rick Eckert as he gave it to Scott Greer. Richards just got by Bagley. He'll work on Mars. 12 cars on the lead lap. Lanigan just got by Fuller. He'll go after Weiss. And Richards is going to work on Jimmy Mars. Lanigan goes by Weiss. Next on his hit list is Eric Wells. Boy, would he love to see that yellow now. Oh, boy. We're going to be halfway this time by 11 cars on the lead lap. 25 in, 25 to go, the cross flags. Richards, McCready. Sitting in third, Brady Smith. Fourth is Chubb. Fifth will be Shane Clanton. Sixth at the line is Wells. Seventh is Lanigan. Eighth is Weiss. Ninth is Fuller. 10th is Eckert. And 11th is Clint Smith. That's it. Everybody else down at least 1. Lanigan to the inside of Wells. He'll put him away. Now Lanigan's got some pedaling to do if he wants to catch Shane Clanton. Darrell Lanigan up to 6th. From dead last to 6th, Darrell Lanigan continues to come. He's got to try and defend the win of this race. It's the only way he can do it is just go hammer down. Leader Josh Richards, however, is now 3/4 of a track ahead of Darrell Lanigan with 23 to go. Dorr working on the 28 of Mars. Lanigan a straightaway before he can see 5th place Shane Clanton. Richards closing in on 11th place Clint Smith. McCready can still see the leader. T-Mac's got a great race car, but is it enough? Richards now's work's going to get a little bit tougher as you're on 11th place Clint Smith, 10th place Rick Eckert, and 9th place Tim Fuller. This may be McCready's opportunity. It's going to be 20 to go. The Rocket Man is going to be busier than 4 cats in a 1-foot square litter box. So it's time for Richards to draw up a plan on the chalkboard to get by these guys. All the while McCready inches closer. So Richards will set his sights on 11th place Clint Smith, and Tim McCready continues to gain. 2 by 2 in front of race leader. Now Mooney will open up the door for Richards, but it's not open on the bottom with Clint Smith. McCready continues to get closer. Josh Richards has got his hands full right now. 18 to go, and here comes T-Mac. 11th place, Clint Smith is under attack, and Tim McCready is coming. Richards might not want to worry about the 44 no more and start focusing on the 39 because he is gaining on him every lap, reeling him in. We're down to a half a straightaway between the leaders. Richards has no idea what's coming for him. It's Tim McCready. Richards backed off. Now Eckert's in 11th. Clint Smith goes to 10th. It's going to be 16 to go, and T-Mac's coming. They are side by side in front of the leader, and here comes McCready. It'll be 15 to go next time. Rush hour traffic in front of the one of Richards. So he'll step to the outside of 11th place Eckert. McCready continues to close. Here comes T-Mac. 15 to go. Nowhere for your leader to go. Richards still has to deal with 11th place Eckert, and Tim McCready is rolling. Brad Singh calls it quits. All the while, Darrell Lanigan has tracked down 5th place Shane Clanton, and Lanigan steps to the outside of Clanton. So there's 10 cars on the lead lap with Rick Eckert going down. 14 to go, and McCready's within 5 car lengths of the leader. 10 cars on the lead lap. Darrell Lanigan has picked up 5th. He'll go after 4th place Chubb. 10 cars remaining on the lead lap, and 1 car separates the leader and McCready. 13 to go, and Josh has got his hands full. Here comes T-Mac. McCready going for the lead in turn number 3. He has caught the leader. Out of 4 they come, battle for the front. It's Richards. 12 to go. Oh, Eric Wells right in Richards' business. And McCready again will pull the trigger out of turn 2. Down the back stretch comes McCready. T-Mac giving it everything, throwing it all at the wind. It's still Richards. He'll thread the needle between Eric Wells and Mason. That may have been the move of the race right there. 10 to go when they come back. All the while, Darrell Lanigan closes in on 4th place Chubb Frank. Darrell Lanigan about to take 4th away from Chubb. 10 to go. 10 laps to go. Lanigan all over 4th place Chubb. McCready all over Richards there before he threaded the needle. Now T-Mac has to regroup. Darrell Lanigan to the outside of Chubb for 4th. And he'll take it. Lanigan from the tail to 4th. Just 10 cars on the lead lap. Tim McCready running out of time, 9 to go. Lanigan now will go after Brady Smith for 3rd. Who would have thought this one? 8 laps to go for Richards and McCready. They're going to settle it between themselves. Brady Smith running 3rd, but for how long? There's Lanigan. Lanigan about to take 3rd away from Brady. To the inside over in turn 2. Richards coming down for 7 to go. And Darrell Lanigan's taking 3rd away. From tail to 3rd, Darrell Lanigan in 43 laps. Josh Richards, a little bit of a cushion again over Tim McCready. 5 to go and they come back by. Just 9 cars on the lead lap. And Clint Smith is next on the hit list, and McCready may have used everything up he had. Tim McCready is not making up any ground. We've got 5 to go. Darrell Lanigan has come from 24th to 3rd. Five laps to go for Richards. Comfortable right now up front. Made a heck of a move to get in between Eric Wells and John Mason when McCready was right on his tail. 4 laps to go, and again Richards will have 2 cars in front of him. Time running out for McCready, the car going away. Darrell Lanigan a distant 3rd, but well, let's face it, that's almost a win. Not in his mind, I can tell you how he thinks. They're gonna get the 2 to go signal when Richards comes back this time. And Richards almost had a problem with Ricky Weiss. Oh, and he does have a problem with Weiss. Ricky holding him off. Richards giving him the chrome horn. 2 to go, white flag the next time by. So final circuit's coming up. Richards content to ride behind Weiss for now. Oh, Ricky Weiss almost didn't give him the room. McCready also running out of time. Darrell Lanigan solid right now in 3rd. A white flag coming out for Richards. We've got 1 to go. Well, it took 1 restart, but 50 straight laps after the restart as they head down the backstretch for the final time into turn number 3. And your winner, the current point leader of the Outlaws, 2-time champion Josh Richards, wins in Winnipeg. 2nd is going to go to a hard-charging McCready. You want to talk about hard-charging? Let's go 3rd with Darrell Lanigan in the 29. 4th will go to Brady Smith. And the number 5 spot is going to belong to Chubb Frank. We're going to go to VP Race Fuels Victory Lane and talk to the top 3.
What a race that was. I'll tell you what, you waited all night to see it, and you saw it. The World of Outlaws. Nobody does it better. 50 laps on the green. And we'll get down there with the trophy, and we'll get Rick down there. We'll get the post-race photographs and interviews. The top 5 come down to the front straightaway here. We hope you had a great time tonight, everybody. We sure had a good time. We want to thank our Prairie Dodge dealers, Manitoba Dodge dealers, for bringing us tonight's program. That was a great race. Remember, the World of Outlaw drivers are going to stick around after the races so you can meet and greet them and have a look at those race cars and the tow rigs they tow them with. That's as mind-boggling as anything. A great race, and looked like Tim McCready for a while there had what it took to catch Josh Richards, but I think he used it up. Josh still had some at the end, and what a fantastic job they did. Wow. Darrell Lanigan from 24th to 3rd. How about that? 24th to 3rd for Darrell Lanigan. What a job. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Well, we'll get the top 5 down to the front straightaway, and then we'll turn things over to Rick once he gets organized down there. We'll get the big check. And once again, thank you to our Manitoba Dodge dealers for making this event possible. You can go in and check out your favorite Dodge at your Manitoba Dodge dealer. And get into a Caravan, the best-selling minivan in the world, the best-selling crossover right now, the Journey. And the lowest price, best gas mileage, full-size pickup, the Dodge Ram. What a great race. We're going to turn things over to Rick here as soon as he's ready. He's down there with Josh Richards. Rick?
In race, it did take one caution, but 50 straight after that. How about it? Great battle for the lead. Darrell Lanigan, who had a flat tire on the green, came from dead last for 3rd. And our winner set to climb out. The Rocket Man, Josh Richards. Wow. One caution, Josh, then we go 50 straight. I guess the question of the day is the pass in between Eric Wells and John Mason with McCready on your rear deck lid. What were you thinking? Did you think it could fit?
I don't know, it was a little hairy lap traffic there. They would dirty the track up a little bit, and they would take all the air off your car. So any little hole you got, you knew it was close. I'm sure McCready was there, but I knew that he was probably pretty close to slow there. And we just tried to get through lap traffic the best we could. I got to thank my dad, Matt, Cody. Those guys have worked hard this whole trip, and it's a good form. We struggled a little bit the other night at Gillette, but this definitely makes it better.
Racetrack looked awful smooth tonight. Could you go wherever you wanted to put it?
Yeah, I think so. We didn't change the car a whole lot since we got here. We kind of left it alone, and I just tried to focus on driving. And, I know Darrell came from the back there, and I was a little free, but it was good out in the open, and had a lot of fun driving. I don't get to come up here very often. It's my first time here, so it's cool to be here.
Kind of cool to win in Canada, huh?
It is, for sure. It's been a couple of years. It was all over on the east side. I want to thank all my sponsors, Siebert Calf Ranches, Valvoline, Ernie D Enterprises, Mark Salak, Roush Yates Engines, Integra Shocks, Hoosier Tires, all my guys, Rocket Chassis, and, of course, all my fans.
Darren, got a little bit of hardware for this young man tonight.
Yeah, you bet. Congratulations. What a great job out there. I mean, just absolutely a wizard in traffic, and congratulations, man. That was a treat.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway, the Rocket Man, Josh Richards. Well, race fans, he was on his heels and just kept coming. Let's say hello to our runner-up, T-Mac, Tim McCready. Well, Tim, you were coming, man, and there was those 2 lap cars, and he took the gamble and went through them and kind of put some distance between him and you at the end.
Yeah, he was a little, I was softer on the right rear. He was harder than I was, and the car was good. I mean, we ran the same tires in the feature. We ran into heat, and we were horrible in the heat, and the track just looked like it kept peeling open and getting softer, and I just decided as a group, I told the guys, what do you think? And they came up with a combination, and I thank them because I was stumped all night, and I'm just happy to come home second. Traffic helped us catch Josh. I don't know, we both got clean there, and he was a little bit better. But to start where we did and pass the guys we did, we'll take it for sweeteners. It's been an up and down year. I mean, we're fast. We don't have no luck, so we had some luck tonight, and we'll take a second.
No doubt about it, Tim. Good run.
Yeah, right on.
Tim McCready coming home second. Now let's talk to the driver who, this is going to be interesting. Third place finisher, Daryl Lanigan. All right, Daryl. Let's start off from the beginning of this. When we took the green, what happened?
Went down in there in the 18, I think, got a little sideways, and I checked up for him, and the guy behind me got me. I mean, it really wasn't his fault. We was all checking up, so just a racing incident.
Now, did they have a tire picked out for a spare in case this was going to happen, or did they just reach in and say, okay, let's just throw this on and get him back out there? What happened there?
No, we always got another set laying there at the trailer, so we just got another tire on and put the hammer down. One caution, I think we'd have been right there. So just needed a caution, and I think we had it, but didn't get a caution there at the end, so we wound up third.
Okay, you wound up third. How was the car?
Oh, the car was awesome. I mean, they've been putting a good car on me right here lately, and I mean, coming from the back to third and that many laps, I mean, that's awesome. So, like I said, I'd like to have a caution there at the end, so, but we didn't, so we'll run third tonight.
Yeah, third place. Kind of a strange third. Sometimes it's a third where, you know, you just couldn't catch the leader. This was a third where you could have, but you needed just a tad bit of help. So I guess the car's running good. That's the main ingredient.
Yeah, the car is awesome right now. It definitely, we put a good package under the car, and it's definitely running good right now. So we'll see what we can do tomorrow night.
Nice job, Daryl.
Thank you.
Daryl Lanigan third, second Tim McCready, your winner Josh Richards. They're heading to the pits. We invite you to head to the pits as well if you want to talk to these guys, get some autographs, get up close with the World of Outlaws. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Rick, and congratulations to all the World of Outlaws.